What is going on, guys? We are back here with another patch 9.2 video, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the tank meta going into the sepulcher of the first one's raid. Now, this is only going to be specifically about raiding. This is not going to be about Mythic Plus or solo content or anything like that. Only specifically raiding. And I think that this is going to be a pretty good tier list. Now, there is going to be a disclaimer at the beginning of the video right now that every single tank is good going into the next patch. Tank balance has been fantastic since the beginning of Shadowlands. Vengeance Demon Hunter was a little bit broken in Castle Nathria, but it was bugged. They have fixed that bug since then, and as a result, it's kind of brought them more in line back with some of the other tanks. But I'm going to, I just wanted to put that out there. Just because one tank is above the other one doesn't mean that it is way better, or the other one is way worse, or whatever. So basically, I just have it numbered here, 1 to 6. I'm just gonna go from, I'm gonna go 6 to 1 to kind of and just tell you a little bit about my thoughts about the tank going into what I think we'll see in the World First Race, what I'll see going into, World 300 guilds, or US 300, etc. So to start out, I actually think the worst tank going into the patch is going to be Vengeance Demon Hunter, and that is for specific reasons. So, and when I say worst, I mean the least good. The least good tank is going to be Vengeance Demon Hunter. Now, Vengeance it was really good for the last 2 tiers. It was really good in Castle Nathria, but then the bug got fixed. A bug got fixed that brought it down a couple. They fixed the bug that made them take the normal amount of damage that they're supposed to be taking. Their damage profile did get lowered a little bit, so they are one of the tanks that do the lowest amount of damage out of them all. And not to mention, I think personally the reason why this is not going to be brought for the World First Race and for a lot of guilds is because Havoc Demon Hunter is looking really good. I think Havoc Demon Hunter is looking to be one of the best melee specs. It also brings darkness compared to Vengeance that doesn't bring it. And, Vengeance doesn't bring any raid utility. The only thing that it brings is the 5% magic debuff, increase magic damage to mobs. But like I said, Havoc is going to be bringing that because it is looking really good. So I think Vengeance is going to be dropped down. I don't think it'll be brought in the World First Race at all unless something changes. The next least good tank I think is going to be Guardian Druid for raiding. I think that it is good. I think it's very good. It is very tanky. It will do a lot of damage. Depending on whether or not they nerf Kyrian Druid, will depend on where this ranks in terms of way higher up guilds taking it, because of the buff that it can bring for DPS players. But if Kyrian Druid does get nerfed, I think Guardian Druid's going to drop down a lot. Now next, and this is a sad one for me, I think is Brewmaster Monk. I think Brewmaster Monk is a very good tank. I personally play it myself. Playing on the PTR with the 4-set bonus, I think it is very broken. If the 4-set bonus does not get nerfed, it will be here at number 1 because it will be doing the best damage out of all the tanks. It has crazy survivability. It will have health pools equal to or greater than Vengeance Demon Hunter and Blood Death Knight over the course of a long fight. So I think it'll be here, but I do think that the 4-set will get nerfed, and I do think that it doesn't bring very much raid utility at all. It does bring some really good movement. You can do some things with Transcendence, with Chi Torpedo, Roll, Tiger's Lust, but for the most part, it doesn't really bring a lot of raid utility, so I think it's going to be stuck at number 4 for now. I personally would like to see it at number 1, but I don't think it'll be brought. I think it is higher than Guardian Druid because of the 4-set bonus as it stands right now. Now, number 3, I think, is Prot Warrior. Prot Warrior brings Rallying Cry. Prot Warrior brings Battle Shout. Prot Warrior brings Execute. So I think for a lot of those reasons right there, it's just one of the best tanks that you can have. Rallying Cry is one of the best raid cooldowns that you can have. Just increasing everyone's health and tankiness is crazy good. Battle Shout is good, but you're probably gonna, if you're only bringing a Prot Warrior for Battle Shout, you should rethink some things because Arms and Fury are also looking good themselves. So similar to the Havoc argument for Vengeance Demon Hunter. And then Execute. Prot Warriors in Execute range will just help you kill bosses. Any tank that has an Execute is going to be really, really good. And they are overall just one of the tankier classes if played correctly. So I think it'll be good. For number 2, it's hard. I think it's going to go... I think Prot Paladin will be number 2. I think Ashen Hollow is really good. There has been a nerf to Ashen Hollow just recently that might make Ashen Hollow not as strong in a raid content. But Ashen Hollow is good. They do bring a lot of good raid utility. They bring Bop. They bring Spell Ward. They have really good healing. One of the best damage dealing tanks out there. They have some pretty good defensive traits. We did see in Sanctum of Domination, a lot of guilds did run a Prot Paladin. I argued that Prot Paladin wouldn't be brought because Sylvanas was a tank damage heavy fight, that they wouldn't be able to survive it on Mythic, especially early on in a Race to World First setting, but I was completely wrong about that. So I'm keeping them up on this list because they are looking good. Their 4-set bonus is looking really good. They're going to get more damage out of that. They're going to have more Holy Power for more Shield of the Righteous, for more Word of Glories. Honestly, they're looking really good. Blood Knight, I think, is going to go number 1, and I think it's very simple why it is number 1. I think AMZ is a very good cooldown. When you have Empiric Blood and AMZ, it makes some mechanics trivial. Blood Death Knights in the right hands, too, are the tankiest tank out there. They are virtually unkillable in almost every single situation. They bring mass grips for ad fights. They bring solo grip for ad fights. Soul Render is a good example of that. The one add on the 9 is a good example for that as well. KT, you could even mass grip things into the little ads into a little circle on top of the pillars and kill them like that. So I think Blood Death Knight's going to be up there. The 4-set bonus is looking really good for them as well. They're getting extra Dancing Rune weapons, which means extra Marrow Rend stacks, extra Bone Shield stacks, which is going to make them tankier. And as expansions go on, as tanks get more and more stats, I think Blood Death Knight becomes a way better tank. Because when you get more haste, versatility, mastery, and just strength in general and more health, Blood Death Knight becomes virtually unkillable at the end of an expansion. So I think this is what my list is gonna be, and this is at the time of recording this. There hasn't been a lot of nerfs or buffs to tier sets yet, but I think this is a pretty good list. I don't think anything is awful. Like I said, the tank tier list is more like this. If you were comparing them all, I think these 3 are miles ahead of these 3. But if I had to, keep it in line, no, what was it? It was that. No, it was that. I think this is what it's gonna look like. I think most World's First guilds are gonna bring a Blood Death Knight, a Prot Paladin, or a Prot Warrior. Brewmaster Monk will be brought depending on if the tier set is mega broken or not. But I think that will get fixed before then. But as it stands, I think this is a pretty good tier list. Let me know in the comments what you guys personally think about the tier list, what you think will be the best tank and what you think will be the least good tank. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, share this with all your friends. Trying to grow the channel, trying to reach some good milestones at the end of the following year coming up. Just trying to, grow. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.